Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. Today's book is 101 Dalmatians. Dalmatians. Pongo and Perdita lived in London with their people pets, Roger and Anita. When Perdita and Pongo became parents of 15 little puppies, they were so proud. Life seemed perfect until an old friend of Anita's, Cruella de Vil, came to see the puppies. Cruella waltzed into the room, demanding to see the adorable puppies and their beautiful coats. She even proclaimed that she would buy them all. "We're not selling the puppies," said Roger. "Not a single one." "You fools," Cruella cried. "You'll be sorry," and she stormed out of the house. One night, Cruella sent her 2 henchmen, the B.O.R.E.D brothers, to dog-nap the puppies. The police immediately launched an investigation, but as the days went by, the puppies were still not found. At last, Pongo said to Perdita, "I'm afraid it's all up to us." Pongo decided to try the twilight bark. This was the quickest way for dogs to send and receive news across the country. That evening, from the top of Primrose Hill, Pongo sent the alarm. Bark, 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 howl. Then Pongo and Perdita waited. After a moment, the answering bark was heard. "It's the Great Dane at Hampstead," said Pongo, and he barked the message about the missing puppies. The Great Dane then barked out an all-dog alert, sending the news all over London. The twilight bark reached an old sheepdog called the Colonel, who lived on a farm. The Colonel's friends, a horse named the Captain and the cat named Sergeant Tibbs, listened too. They were all concerned to hear that 15 puppies had been stolen. "That's funny," Tibbs said to Captain and Colonel. "I heard puppies barking over the old de Vil house last night." "No one's lived there for years," said the Colonel. "We must go and see what is going on." So the Colonel and Tibbs went quietly up to the house and peered through the broken window. Inside the house, Horace and Jasper Badham were eating supper and relaxing in front of the television. All around the room, there were puppies. Not 15 puppies, not even 50 puppies. Tibbs counted 99 puppies. The Colonel quickly returned to the Captain's stable and loudly barked the good news. Within no time at all, the twilight bark sent the message all the way back to London that the puppies had been found. The good news finally reached the ears of Perdita and Pongo. They set off across the snowy countryside as fast as they could to rescue their puppies. Meanwhile, Sergeant Tibbs was keeping watch on the house. He peeked in and saw Cruella barking out orders. She wanted the puppies skinned for coats. "Ooh, I'll be back first thing in the morning. Fur coats." How awful. Tibbs could not believe it. He had to save those poor puppies. There wasn't a moment to lose. As soon as Buttons began watching television again, Tibbs crept through the broken window and whispered, "Hey kids, you'll better get out of here if you want to save your skins." When all the puppies had been alerted, Tibbs led them out of the room and up the stairs to find a hiding place. Meanwhile, the Colonel had met up with Padilla and Pongo and led them to the DeVille house. They arrived just in the nick of time and quickly bounded into action. Padilla went after Horace, while Pongo tore at Jasper Button's trousers. As the fight was going on, Sergeant Tibbs led the puppies out of the house to the safety of the captain's stable. Leaving the Buttons in a heap, Padilla and Pongo dashed after the puppies. When they got to the barn, Padilla checked to see if her 15 puppies were there. "Your 15 and a few more," replied the captain. "There are 99. 99, said Pongo, astonished. Whatever did Cruella want with 99 puppies? There was silence for a moment. Then one little puppy said she was going to make coats out of us. Padilla and Pongo looked at each other in horror. They had never heard anything so evil. "We'll take them home with us," said Pongo. He was sure Roger and Anita would look after them. Padilla and Pongo and the puppies set off back to London. Fearing that Cruella would come after them, Pongo made the puppies roll in some soot until they all looked like black Labradors. "Quick, into the van," said Pongo. "It's going to London." Pongo had just enough time to leap onto the tailboard as the van sped off, escaping Cruella and the Buttons. Back in London and home at last, Roger and Anita hugged their tired puppies. 14, 15, counted Roger. 62, 94, and 5 over there. That's 101 Dalmatians, counting Padilla and Pongo. "What'll we do with them?" asked Anita. "We'll keep them," said Roger. "We'll have a plantation, a Dalmatian plantation." And that's exactly what they did. The end. Boys and girls, I chose this story because I've never really gotten to watch 101 Dalmatian in its entirety. I've watched it a few times, but usually while I'm watching it, I'm with children and I don't get to see the whole thing. So I just wanted to read this shortened version in this book for you so we could both enjoy it. And of course, any reason is a good reason to read a good story about the Disney's Dalmatian. Here are my Dalmatians right here. Here they are right there. Here's my purse. My 101 Dalmatians purse. You like it? So, boys and girls, I wanted to say to you that I know that during this quarantine, a lot of you have been getting puppies to take care of as your very own members of the family now. And that is wonderful. I just hope you are realizing that puppies do not live on loves and hugs and kisses and belly rubs. They actually need to be taken care of. They need to be fed. They need to be taken out for walks. And some of them need to be groomed. Their fur, their skin, stuff like that. So I just want you to be on the lookout for things that you need to do to take care of your puppy. Love them, love them, love them, love them. But make sure that you're also treating them well and taking care of them. Food, water, walks, and possibly sometimes some grooming. It is Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. It's been my pleasure to bring this story to you. And I would like to say a special shout out to Bogey. He's one of the little guys out there that I know that just became a new member of the family right when quarantine started. And also Scout, that became a new member of the family as well. And Teddy. So I know of 3 guys that I haven't officially met, but I just wanted to say Scout, Bogey, and Teddy. Miss Reynolds is sending some dog love your way. And I hope you're getting well taken care of. Belly rubs and treats and all that good stuff. And I need you to stop jumping up and down on the table, okay? Not good. Oh, God, puppies. It's just like having a new baby. They cry, they play, they can play. And they can cry when they don't want to go to bed. But at the end of the day, they give you something like no other. And that is extreme love. So I get it. Love them, love them, love them up. I had Saratoga, and she was a big love, 80 pounds of love. So I know what you guys are dealing with. Starting out small and just keep on growing with the love. Ah, puppy love. 101 Dalmatian love. Bye.